But I can tell you there are a number of sovereign funds that are standing by. They're adding incrementally at 120, at 100. I know they bought more in the 80s. Right. That's fine. And they're establishing a longer position. And you own it over years. This is not a trade. You own it for a purpose.
Banks in the world to embrace crypto, to embrace Bitcoin in 4 to 8 years would be fast. What you see here is it's happening much faster. What we've seen is BNY Mellon, PNC Bank, Citibank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Vanguard, all of these have flipped from a hostile, negative, or skeptical view to a positive view in the last 12 months, right? We have announcements. Schwab is going to custody Bitcoin and extend credit against crypto assets early next year. Citi is doing the same thing. It used to be, I couldn't get a loan against Bitcoin from any major bank, and now if I counted the top 10 banks in the United States, 8 of them are actually engaged in crypto lending, and they've all flipped their stance in the last 6 months. So
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold. I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up after the pullback. And we have stocks opening up flat. And don't forget we have options tomorrow. I see us pulling back slightly and then moving back up. Don't forget the Fed is back in the building. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have the short end down, long end is moving up. And we had that 10-year yield drop, but it's not dropping below that 4%. We know we needed to drop that 4%. in order for markets to start pumping. And right now we have the dollar slightly up. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at 2.5 billion. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. Also, look at those mortgage-backed securities that fall off and what the Fed is actually buying when it comes to the treasuries for the front end. And we know Scott Bessent and the Treasury is manipulating that long end of that yield curve because they know no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And will the Fed cut rates? And it does look like the Fed is going to cut 25 basis points. But again, the bond market for that long end is not reacting. Yield rates are staying steady, and that means we're just going to keep pumping and dumping even if the Fed cuts rates. Because we have inflation moving up, but then also we have unemployment moving up. So even though the mainstream media is going to make it seem like it's great that the Fed is cutting rates, but we have yield rates not reacting, and that's what the customers pay on. We don't pay on the Fed funds rate. That's the banks. So who benefits off the Fed cutting rates? That's right, the banks. Remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. Now we have Citadel sends a letter to the SEC to regulate these tokenized assets and DeFi. And guys, we know that's nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. A hedge fund company asking for more regulation? That is definitely a joke. And we know, just like all the banks, Citadel is invested in the digital asset space. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have global debt surging, and it all came from money printing for this new digital economy. And we see Japan so high because Japan has been used in this whole scheme. Remember, they buy United States debt. They were brought to San Francisco to plan out this new digital economy. And we see Japan, the emerging markets, are leading in all this technology. And once we move over to tokenization and a cashless society, nothing will be real. They want your life to be a real life video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We have Bitcoin spot ETF slightly down, Ethereum ETF slightly up. And we had Ethereum and XRP with inflows, Bitcoin and Solana with outflows. Guys, make sure you're paying attention to the inflows and outflows on a daily basis. And we had Franklin Templeton launch a Solana ETF, and we're going to continue on seeing more and more of these ETFs. Now, we know at the end it's not going to end well, but this is definitely pushing adoption and then also tokenization. These ETFs are the gateway to tokenization. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Connecticut sends a cease and desist to Robinhood, Kalshi, and Crypto.com. Claims that the contracts are unlicensed betting. And we know all this prediction markets are all unlicensed betting, but this is a way for the NWO to get this tokenized and put it on blockchain. Remember, we're in a fragmented world. They want to break up everything in order to bring in this fourth industrial revolution. And that includes the shadow economy. And we're seeing that with Trump's war on drugs. Because we know the banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. And we had Brian Armstrong with Larry Fink yesterday. And we had Brian Armstrong says tokenization is the future. And it's time to bring every asset on chain. And guys, again, we know that is definitely the beast system. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But unfortunately, the sheep stay distracted on things that don't matter. And we know how this is going to end. You do not want to fall on the wrong side of history. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Revolut Bank now supports Solana payments, transfers, and staking. Also, we have Solana Mobile to launch its native token, SKR, in January 2026 and unveils tokenomics with 10 billion supply. And when we look back for about 16 years, crypto has been underground. There's been a whole lot of building behind the curtain. But as Trump became president for the second term, now crypto is pushing the forefront, and now it's time to build, because all the dates we're getting right now is either 2026 to 2028 when it comes to crypto. No more 5 and 10 years away. We're only a few years away for this full fourth industrial revolution to be here. And we know the technology is already ready. They just need that crisis to bring it all in. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, we have sports apparel giant Fanatics has launched a new prediction market platform in partnership with Crypto.com. And again, when you keep seeing the same agenda, you know it's a plan behind it. And like I've told you time and time again, 60% of this economy is going to be surrounded by gaming and betting. Because if I'm handing out free money and you're sitting at home doing nothing, I want that money back. And we know that house always wins. But we also know this is biblical. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.